In today's NFL, staying on top isn't about brute strength. It's about rapid cognition and strategic foresight. While many fans remain fixated on the outdated notion that raw power wins games, a select few franchises are rewriting the playbook. Quietly, but profoundly. They're no longer assembling teams like tanks. They're engineering them like rockets. And what one franchise just pulled off, it will shatter your assumptions about intelligent roster construction. But brace yourself, because the full picture is about to unfold in ways you won't expect. The Kansas City Chiefs have once again shown they're not just participating in the league, they're revolutionizing it. With their fourth-round selection, they secured Jalen Royals, a wide receiver who doesn't just move, he blazes. Hailing from Utah State with a background in track and field, Royals brings electrifying 4.3-second speed that can vaporize defenses. His post-catch explosiveness isn't merely impressive. It's the kind of offensive arsenal Andy Reid lives to weaponize into sheer havoc. But even a masterpiece can get muddled when too many pieces are cut from the same cloth. Royals isn't walking into a void. He's stepping into an already crowded wide receiver room stacked with pure speed. Just last season, Kansas City spent a first-round pick on Xavier Worthy, a fellow lightning bolt built for quick strikes and Yak Johnston destruction. Throw Marquise Hollywood Brown into the mix, and you've now got a trio of receivers who are elite, but almost indistinguishably explosive. That leads us to a cold, hard truth. Not everyone is going to make the cut. Royals is the new hot commodity. Worthy carries the golden glow of first-round investment, which leaves Marquise Brown in the danger zone. The Chiefs' ever-strategic might keep Brown as depth or injury insurance, but let's not sugarcoat it. Unless something unexpected shifts, Brown's chances of making the final 53-man roster and suiting up in Week 1 are fading fast. It's the harsh side of the business, rarely seen but always felt. And for those who remember what Marquise Brown once represented, the reality is bittersweet. Until next time, you might want to sit down for this, because what I'm about to reveal is going to shake things up in Kansas City. The Chiefs just made a move that's got everyone talking, and trust me, you're not ready for what's coming. This isn't just another headline about the reigning Super Bowl champions or their iconic quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. This one hits closer to home. This one's personal. It's about family. What's going on, you ask? Don't blink, because what I'm about to tell you will flip your expectations upside down. Stick around until the end, smash that like button, and sound off in the comments. If you still believe the Chiefs are built to dominate, drop a W. If you've got doubts, hit L. And make sure to subscribe, because what's coming next, you won't want to miss. Fresh off another victorious Super Bowl campaign, the Kansas City Chiefs are shaking things up, but not in the way you'd expect from a team with one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. No, this move came out of nowhere, and it's got a twist. Patrick Mahomes, the undisputed face of the franchise, is keeping it in the bloodline. That's right. But forget Jax Mahomes and the headlines nobody wanted. This time, it's his half-brother, Graham Walker, stepping into the spotlight. Wait, who? Let me break it down. Graham Walker, a tight end, isn't some random hopeful. Standing 6'3" and weighing in at 243 pounds, he brings size, strength, and real potential. In 2024, he hauled in 24 catches for 252 yards with the Rice Owls. Solid numbers, especially for a guy most scouts overlook. Dane Brugler ranked him as TE22, so no, he's not a blue-chip draft gem. But this league isn't just about where you start. It's about how hard you rise. And this might just be his shot. The Chiefs invited Walker to their rookie minicamp, and while Travis Kelce and Noah Gray are cemented as TE1 and TE2, this isn't about replacing them. This is about building depth, stirring competition, and maybe, just maybe, finding the next hidden weapon. In Kansas City's championship-caliber ecosystem, anyone can emerge. And the Walker move, it's one of those chess plays you don't notice until it changes the board. But don't get too cozy, because this move is just one piece of a much larger plan. While the media's fixated on the flashy rookies and headline-making trades, the Chiefs have been quietly addressing the trenches, where games are truly won. This offseason, they've zeroed in on the offensive line, specifically the left tackle spot. Bringing in Jalon Moore and drafting Josh Simmons wasn't random. It was strategic. The message? Protect the franchise at all costs. Because let's face it, Mahomes is elite, but even superheroes need a fortress. He was sacked a career-high 36 times in 2024, ranking 12th in the league. That's not sustainable. If Kansas City wants to keep their dynasty intact, keeping Mahomes upright is priority number one, but it gets better. Mahomes isn't just relying on protection. He's sharpening his own sword. Amid all the rumors surrounding his father, Bud, Mahomes has stayed locked in, grinding, training, and emerging into this season looking leaner and more explosive than ever. That added burst is going to show up when it matters most, in broken plays, in third and forevers, in the biggest moments of the game. So what's the big picture? The Chiefs are sending a clear signal. This isn't just about Mahomes' arm. It's about building a complete, unstoppable machine. The Graham Walker invite, it's more than a feel-good family moment. It's part of a broader strategy, a message. The Chiefs are examining every angle, scouting every edge, testing every opportunity, because in Kansas City, no move is too small, no player is insignificant. Every decision is calculated with one goal in mind: stay on top. So don't go anywhere. I'm about to go even deeper into the Chiefs offseason playbook, and trust me, you won't believe what's coming next. Hit that like button, stay locked in, and get ready, because Kansas City's next chapter is just getting started. If you believe in this team, then buckle up, because what's coming next is gonna blow your mind. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the heart of the story. The Kansas City Chiefs have long been praised for their calculated, IIQ approach to building a championship roster. When you've got a generational talent like Patrick Mahomes under center, expectations don't just run high, they soar. But what the Chiefs have done this offseason goes far beyond simply meeting expectations. They're making strategic, forward-thinking moves that could redefine the franchise's future for years to come. And here's the kicker. It's not just about blockbuster trades or marquee free agent signings. It's about the details, the subtle, often overlooked decisions that separate great teams from dynasties. Enter Graham Walker, the younger brother of Patrick Mahomes. Let's clear something up right now. This isn't some feel-good family favor. The Chiefs aren't handing out opportunities based on last names. They're building competitors, not connections. Walker earned this shot with grit and production, hauling in 24 catches for 252 yards in 2024 with the Rice Owls. He's not here to be a headline, he's here to compete, and in a league that loves underdog stories, he might just become the surprise piece nobody saw coming. Now sure, some fans might roll their eyes. Why bring in another tight end when we already have Travis Kelce and Noah Gray? But that's exactly where Kansas City's brilliance lies. This isn't about now, it's about what's next. What happens if Kelce's production finally dips? What if Gray hits a developmental wall? You can't afford to wait until it's too late to prepare for those scenarios. By inviting Walker to rookie minicamp, the Chiefs are reinforcing their tight end room and staying ahead of the curve. Even if Walker doesn't make the final roster, the experience of competing in a high-caliber camp could be a stepping stone, and if he does shine, he could end up being the next name to break out in the kingdom. But Walker's story is just a slice of the bigger picture. Let's talk about where it really starts, up front. The Chiefs are laser-focused on protecting their crown jewel, Patrick Mahomes, and they're not leaving anything to chance. The offensive line has been under a microscope this offseason, especially at the left tackle position. After Mahomes took a career-high 36 sacks in 2024, Kansas City made it crystal clear. They're done letting their quarterback take unnecessary hits. That's why they brought in Jalon Moore, a steady veteran presence, and drafted Josh Simmons, a young powerhouse fresh off a championship season at Ohio State. Simmons may be unproven at the pro level, but he's hungry, and he could be the future anchor of the line. Moore, meanwhile, brings valuable depth and experience. Together, they represent the new wall being built to protect Mahomes. This isn't patchwork, It's a rebuild with long-term vision. And speaking of Mahomes, let's talk about the man himself. 3 Super Bowl rings, 6 Pro Bowls, and still, he's grinding like he's got everything to prove. Mahomes isn't coasting on legacy. He's trimming down, dialing in, and focusing on rediscovering the mobility that made him lethal in the early years. This offseason, he's been locked in refining his body, reigniting that dual-threat explosiveness, and preparing to lead by example once again. This isn't about looking good. This is about staying dangerous, and the Chiefs, they're matching that energy. Across the board, they're fortifying the roster, not just for this season, but for a sustained run of dominance. From offensive line upgrades to developmental pieces like Walker, this team is thinking 2, 3, even 5 steps ahead. They're not just betting on Mahomes, they're building around him. So, to the real Chiefs fans, are you ready? Because this season isn't just a continuation, it's a recalibration. You've got Mahomes leading the charge, you've got a front office making calculated high-stakes decisions, and you've got a franchise that's not settling for past glory. They're preparing for the next chapter of greatness. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about these moves? Are the Chiefs setting themselves up for another Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you believe the dynasty is just getting started. And don't forget to subscribe, because what's coming next? It's going to be big. Hold up, Chiefs Kingdom. This isn't just another off-season headline or some media-fueled buzz. This right here is the moment where Kansas City stares down the barrel of its greatest challenge yet. And what's coming next? You won't believe it. 3 straight Lombardis were within reach, inches away. But the next battle isn't just about rookies or roster spots. It's about It's about the cracks beginning to show beneath the surface, the youth movement that's about to take center stage, and the decisions that will determine whether this dynasty continues or comes crashing down. Drop a W if you still believe in this team. Hit L if you think the window's closing. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because what's about to unfold could change everything. Just months ago, the Kansas City Chiefs were on the verge of football immortality. A 3rd straight Super Bowl, a place in history solidified, but they came up short. Now the focus has shifted from celebrating dominance to preserving it. The 2025 mission? A 4th straight Super Bowl appearance. The tool to get there? Youth. But here's the real question. Will it be enough? Kansas City has long relied on a blend of veteran leadership and all-world quarterback play to stay ahead. But as a new season looms, the margin for error is razor thin, and the pressure on the young guns is sky high. Let's talk names. Josh Simmons, the first-round offensive tackle, is expected to reinforce the line and be a day-one contributor. On defense, Omar Norman-Lott, Ashton Gillott, and Noel Williams are being thrust into the spotlight before they've even played a down. These aren't just prospects. They're chess pieces in a high-stakes game, and how quickly they mature will dictate whether the Chiefs can get back to the mountaintop. But there's one glaring concern hiding in plain sight. Left guard. The Chiefs didn't draft a single one. Not one. That leaves second-year lineman Kingsley Suamataia as the presumed starter, a player whose 2024 campaign was riddled with inconsistency and ended with a benching. The ceiling is there. The potential is real. But the leash is short. If he can't stabilize that interior line, Mahomes may once again find himself running for his life, and that's a risk this team cannot afford. Next up, the running back room. Right now, only Carson Steele and rookie Brashard Smith are signed beyond 2025. That means Isaiah Pacheco, Elijah Mitchell, and Kareem Hunt are all on expiring deals. For Pacheco, this is it. Make or break. He's flash brilliance, no doubt, but can he carry the load long-term? Can he earn a second contract in a league that devalues his position more with each passing season? Even if he stays, the Chiefs still need a complementary back to keep the ground game alive. This is a core element of the offense, and Kansas City can't afford to let it fall apart. Thank you, guys. See you next video.